Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am making a birthday banner for my son's first birthday, and it's going to be space themed. So I'm just going to show you, I'm picking out some clip art right now in the Cricut Access, and I went first with a rocket, and then next I want to do a planet. Next, I'm picking out the shape for the individual banner pieces. I decided to go with this shape. Of course, I know a lot of people like to do like the traditional banner shape, so you could just pick out whatever shape you wanted to do. And then next, I'm making a little circle. This is going to be like basically what I'm gonna run the string through in the banner, because believe it or not, I don't have a hole punch. So I'm just like making the Cricut, it's just going to cut out a little hole. And I do have the hole at about a 0.25 size is what I'm going to make it. And for the hexagons, I'm keeping the width at 4 inches. Now I'm just duplicating multiple hexagons. The banner is going to say Aiden's first trip around the sun, and Aiden is my son. I have some other banners that I bought on Amazon that say like happy birthday and stuff like that, so I wanted to create something a little bit different than just the traditional happy birthday, and so that's why there's so many hexagon duplicates. So now I'm just typing in what I want the banner to say. And like I said before, it's just going to say Aiden's first trip around the sun. Now I'm just picking out which font I want. And I really like this one. I'm just trying to figure out about how big I should make the letters so that they will fit in the hexagon shapes. And I'm going to fit all 3 of these characters, the one, the S and the T, on one hexagon. So I just put those to the side right now because I'm going to have to make the S and the T smaller. I'm just grouping together these words just for like organization purposes right now, and then later on I will separate the letters so that I can put them onto each individual shape. Now you don't have to separate the letters and put them onto the individual hexagon shapes. I just do it because I wanted to see visually what it would look like, but ultimately I'm going to cut the letters out separately, and then I'm going to cut the hexagons out separately as well. So it's not an unnecessary step, it's just something I do for visual purposes. I'm just adjusting the 1 and the S and the T so they will fit how I want them to fit onto the hexagon shape. So I'm just changing up the height of the letters so that they will fit proportionally onto the hexagon. And I want all the letters to be the same size, so I just have to figure out what size will work for each letter. And right now I'm just changing the colors of the shapes so that I know which paper I'm going to use for which shapes. I'm doing a silver foiled paper for all the letters that say Aiden's first trip around the sun. I'm going to do a dark navy colored cardstock for the hexagon, and then a gold foil paper for the rocket ship and the planet. Now that I have everything ready to go, I'm just getting everything set up for the different Cricut map and making sure everything looks good. The pages that I'm printing on are 8.5 by 11, so I do have to change the paper size as well so it doesn't think I'm cutting on a 12 by 12. I know it's not necessarily necessary to move the letters around, but I just like to make sure I give them all space, because sometimes I don't put the paper down that evenly on the mat, and if it's too close to the edge, it'll cut it off, and that's just kind of me. So it's just a personal preference. Okay, so now I'm just loading my material, making sure the right setting is set for light cardstock, and then I'm going to have my Cricut cut out the first set of letters. Okay, so now that the silver letters are printed out, I am moving on to the gold foil paper to have the rocket and the planet cut out. As I'm going over the screen recording footage that I have while I was making the banner, I realized that at some point when I was cutting out the blue octagon or hexagon shapes, my screen recording wasn't recording. So in this clip where I'm cutting out the gold foiled icons, you can see I had the hexagon shapes on the mats ready to be cut out, and I was going to do the letters, but I ended up not doing that. I ended up just having a solid hexagon with a little hole punch circle, and that's what I had the Cricut cut out for me. And then I just glued the silver letters and these gold foil icons onto the blue cardstock hexagons, and that is how I ended up creating the rest of the banner. So I'm sorry I didn't have the footage for that, but I am going to put a clip here at the end, just a photo of what the completed banner looked like. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you in my next video.